Welcome to Memorial Cooking Innovations. I'm Tim Scallon, registered dietitian.
And I'm Manuel Marini, executive chef. Tim, I wanted to do something different this time, so let's go Asian.
Ooh, that sounds exotic.
You are part Asian, aren't you?
Well, no, I thought you were part Chinese.
No.
Well, you know what?
What?
I know someone who can help us do Asian cuisine, and she just happens to be here. And so I'd like to introduce a special guest today, Miss Kyoko Nagura. Kyoko, welcome to Memorial Cooking Innovations.
Thank you for inviting me, Tim. Hi, Manny.
How are you?
Well, okay, so Kyoko, you're from Japan.
Yes.
And specifically, you're from
Yokohama City.
Okay, so it's a big city in Japan,
Yes.
and so tell us how you happened to get into the culinary arts.
Well, as a child, my parents loved to cook, and I always watched them cooking. And my first job in high school was a restaurant, and I worked as a waitress. I found myself more interested in the back of a kitchen, what chefs was doing, than front of a house. Yeah. And head chef was able to take me in as his apprentice. All through high school year and the college year, I was his apprentice as well.
Okay, and so what was the name of your chef that you apprenticed under?
His name is Chef Morimoto.
You apprenticed under Chef Morimoto?
Well, not exactly what you are thinking.
It's not the same one.
Yes.
But we don't have to tell anyone that. Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. Whoa, that's a neat story. And so you were in Japan. You were working under Chef Morimoto, and then what happened?
Well, I had my own catering business in Japan. Well, somehow right now I've been living in Texas for over 10 years, over a decade.
So we're lucky to have you, a Japanese chef, right here in Lufkin, Texas.
Yes.
Well, thank you for joining us on Memorial Cooking Innovations.
You're welcome.
So, Kyoko, what do we got? What's our menu like today?
Today, first we're going to make wonton soup.
All right.
Ooh,
yes.
Okay, that's a traditional favorite.
Yes.
Okay.
You can make in many ways, but today we're doing a healthy choice.
Okay.
We're using a chicken wonton.
Okay.
All right, that sounds good.
All right. Okay, well, let's get this started.
So what do we got there, Kyoko?
Okay, here we have a finely chopped chicken breast or chicken thigh. Make sure it's boneless, skinless, okay? And I chop it really fine to where almost like the ground, but not quite ground, okay? What I'm going to do, I'm going to add a lot of ingredients inside. And first I have black pepper, okay? And we have a fresh ginger. And you can grate them or you can chop finely like I have here, okay? And ginger is very strong, so you don't need too much.
Okay.
All right, and also I have a garlic here, chopped the garlic, okay? Some people like lots of garlic, which I am.
A lot of flavor there.
Right, and also some people need a little, lighter flavor, and then you can do as you please. And also I have an egg white here. And I'm going to dump it right in.
Why we put in the egg white, Kyoko?
Egg white, what it does, it holds the meats together since I don't have any flour or anything. And it also seal all the juice and good flavor into what it's cooked.
Because as you start making these wontons, you want the mixture to hold together so that it doesn't come apart when you put it in the soup. Okay, that makes sense.
And also I'm going to,
let me open that for you.
Okay. I have a sesame oil.
Okay.
And it's a wonderful fragrance. It's nutty flavor, but it is strong, so only need a little bit to just the flavor. Okay. Once you have an order,
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Once everything is there, I'm gonna mix, kind of like making hamburger steak or any of that nature that you normally do meatloaf. How mixed together.
Okay.
Okay. And I have gloves here, but if you do touch it, make sure wash your hand really good afterwards.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have a lot of flavors in this.
Yes.
So you're going to create a wonton that's a real flavorful bite.
Yes.
That's sealed in so that when you bite into it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a lot of flavors.
Okay.
And that's where egg white kind of helps to seal all the flavors in.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Once this is done, I'm going to show you how to wrap the wonton.
Okay.
Okay. Chef Manny,
Kyoko?
can you do me a favor?
Sure.
ほうれん草を買ってください。
はい。
Now, wait a minute. I didn't quite get all that. Were you speaking Japanese?
Yes.
I didn't know that he spoke Japanese.
We practiced, Tim.
Okay, y'all been practicing.
We've been practicing, Tim.
Okay. Well, you're doing pretty good over there, Chef Manny.
Thank you.
When I just asked him in Japanese, was cut spinach for me.
Oh,
finally.
Okay.
So
all right.
now he is chopping up some spinach
Okay.
for us, and the spinach gonna go right into this mix.
And he's actually chopping that spinach with a Japanese accent. Did you notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're good, Tim. You're good.
Yeah.
And he also have a Japanese knife.
Yeah, I'm using a Japanese knife, so it knows what to do.
Okay.
What do you think about that,
Yeah.
Tim?
You don't even have to do anything. It just
No,
does
it does it by
itself.
itself.
Okay. Okay. So Kyoko, is it traditional to add a green to a wonton, or
You can
was this part of just making this a healthy
It's
dish?
Spinach is not might be the first choice, but also you can use any vegetable.
Okay.
We use a cabbage sometime.
Okay.
We use many different vegetables. You can actually add ingredients, anything that you like, vegetable, mushroom, anything.
Bok choy.
Bok choy, that's perfect. Just keeping it not too big, just chop finely, so it
okay.
mixes into the mixture real well.
Well, and here in a minute, when you do your wontons, these are actually pretty small. And so that's why you keep saying chop everything fine, because it's got to fit into this very small wonton.
And you know what, Tim? That almost looks like a phyllo dough, doesn't it?
It does. It does look like a phyllo dough.
It's kind of not an Italian dish to have the same kind of
Yeah. Well, and actually that's true. A lot of people don't realize that, but the different cuisines, a lot of them, because we're so connected in the world these days, we do use a lot of the same ingredients.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're just mixed differently.
All right, now we are ready to wrap this in a wonton wrap. Okay. I'm going to move this over
take that
here.
right
Tim,
here,
would
Kyoko.
you mind giving me those tray?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, there's
And,
that. I'm going to move these guys for you.
Okay. It's important thing that you have a damped cloth here, and just because this dough is very easy to stick, so we're going to make sure stick and dry. So make sure we're going to have a damp cloth to cover up while you are making as you go. Cover the one that's already done.
Okay, so you want so I'll let you get rid of your glove, and then what you want then is you want this damp cloth. After you grab one of these, you want to keep the rest of them from drying out.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, all right.
And
another
also
one,
one
Kyoko.
that's made.
Okay.
All right. Now I can do that. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to show you one, and maybe you guys can help me.
Okay.
Okay. And what we normally do is, this is a little thin, kind of like a pasta dough. Okay.
So I'm going to set this right over here and put this cloth
Okay.
over them.
And a teaspoon is just fine.
Okay.
Okay. Take about a teaspoon, put it right in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
Now, make sure don't overfill, because we have to seal this. Okay, I take a little water,
Okay.
go around, kind of wet that. One side is fine, but if you want to make sure. There's so many different ways to fold it, but I'm going to kind of show you easiest way. Easiest way is just keep in triangle, seal all the edges. Okay.
And the sealing part is important because when you drop this in the boiling water later, you don't want that to come apart.
Right. So this is a simple way. I have several different way to do it, but this is a pretty easiest way for us to do. Everybody to easy to do.
Okay. And so so when you sealed that, basically you're wetting the sides, and then you're pressing the dough together
yes.
with your fingers to literally seal it together.
All right. So it's almost like you're making your turnover or anything that
Like a turnover. Okay. Okay.
you can do it however you want.
You just have to you have to be very careful not to get too much, huh?
Yes, it's pretty small one. So okay, I'm going to keep going. And this is great to do with the children.
Yeah.
And also, you can make in ahead, and you can freeze them.
Okay, so these would freeze well. Okay.
And make sure seal real well with the wrap, and put in a freezer.
It almost looks like you're getting too much, but
That's
no?
okay.
No. Okay.
That's okay.
Okay. You ready for
Okay, now
another
your
one?
turn, Tim.
Okay. All right.
All right, I'll let you do one. Let's switch the spot. Okay.
Okay. All right. All right, now I don't have gloves on, but we're going to cook these anyway, so it's okay. But I want to use just a smaller amount because I'm not as skilled as she is. So just, yeah, there we go. Yep. Yep, there we go. Okay, right there.
There you go, Tim.
Okay. I'm going to seal it here. And I'm going to seal, I'm going to do water on, you said it could be just on one side, but I'm going to, since I'm new at this. Okay. All right. So basically, you just folded it into a triangle. And you know, when you do this, it's kind of hard to watch it, but when you're actually doing it, you can tell, you can feel it sealing. Asian foods offer us choices to increase our vegetable intake, at the same time reducing our meat intake. And this is an important lesson for Americans because most Americans don't eat enough vegetables. The cuisine celebrates textures in food. No soft, mushy vegetables here. And the cuisine offers us different vegetable choices that are unique and flavorful. Bok choy, snow peas, Chinese cabbage, shiitake mushrooms, water chestnuts, all of these textures that are so different that we really don't find equivalents in non-Asian foods. The thing that we have to watch for is sodium in Asian foods. And so we look for the high sodium ingredients, like for example soy sauce, some teriyaki sauce, some rice noodles are salted, some are not. You have to read the label. Marinades can be very salty, and of course MSG or monosodium glutamate is a sodium compound. So all of these would be areas that we watch out for in Asian foods. So including Asian cuisine in your regular diet is a good thing. Just be cautious of the sodium.
Now I'm stir-frying vegetable to go in a soup. Okay. I have a celery, carrots, onion, and last thing I'm gonna put green onions. Okay. And Manny, would you mind giving me a broth inside of?
There you go.
Okay.
Nice and hot.
Okay. And make sure you have enough broth because we're gonna boil this wonton in it. Okay. And make sure it's nice and hot boiling. Okay. Okay.
You know, you've got a lot of flavor in that vegetable broth.
Okay. And once it's come to the boil, okay, take wonton and just drop in. And probably 4 to 5 minutes, depends on how much meat you might put it inside. It'll come to the boil and come to the top. And then when that time, it's ready to eat.
It's almost like a gnocchi, eh? When it comes to the top, bingo, ready.
Right.
Excellent.
So I'm going to go ahead and put, you want to help me put it in?
See. Come un gnocchi, huh? Okay, I got to get my Italian in, and you're going to be speaking Japanese on us.
Wakarimashita.
Okay. You're going to have to teach me some Japanese later. We'll do that later. Okay. All right. So, but the important lesson here is when they float, that's when they're done.
Yes.
Okay. And so that 4 minutes, that gives the chicken that's inside this time to cook. You're basically steaming the chicken inside the wonton.
That's right.
Okay. Okay. Now, Kyoko, Chef Manny told me that you were going to teach me how to use chopsticks. So I want you to show me how to eat wonton soup with chopsticks.
Sure, I will do that. But first, we want to learn how to cook pork fried rice. Is that okay?
Okay. We'll do the pork fried rice.
Kyoko, that soup looks wonderful. Can't wait till we try it.
Right.
So what's next?
Now we're going to do pork fried rice. And this time we using whole grain
rice.
Right.
Which you didn't want to do because it's traditional to use white rice.
Right.
But
and you know, Tim, a lot of people, I mean, when we talk about brown rice and all that, some like it and some don't.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
It's a preference, but I enjoy it. I enjoy that nutty flavor, and it's a good thing for you. So.
Okay, I'm going to start it.
Okay, let's go.
Right now I have about a tablespoon of sesame oil, and I put in a already heated pan. Okay. All right. I'm going to kind of stir around, make sure coat it everywhere. I'm going to start with the meat. We have it here, pork. Okay.
So this is pork loin that's very lean.
Yes, this is lean meat.
And you know, you're making pork fried rice, which when we hear that, we think, pork fried rice, that's fried, it's pork, it's not healthy. But actually, in this dish, there are 8 grams of fat. That's not very much. That's,
right.
That's a little more than a teaspoon of margarine. And so the reason is because the pork is real lean, pork loin. And fried rice is kind of a misnomer. It's not deep fried.
Right.
You're using a tablespoon of oil, and so your rice is already cooked. So really, stir frying is a healthy way to eat.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
So when I go and eat pork fried rice, I'm eating healthy.
Right.
Okay, I'm glad to know that.
And I want to give you one tip. And you know, if you see any Chinese chef, you know, cooking and kind of flip a lot of pans, have you seen those?
Yeah.
Tossing them.
I've seen some Italian chefs do that before.
Right. The Chinese chef that have a really high heat stove, and they'll use it. The reason why they toss it because they use a high heat.
Okay.
So it tossing it lowering the heat. So everybody thinks stir fry is a high heat, but it's a high heat. It's kind of designed to be high heat and cold in the same way. Keep the razor pan up, flip. That time food is
cooling
cold.
down. Okay.
So you know, at home we don't have that much high heat, so it's okay to just cook it normal way, medium heat or medium heat. And another technique is not to turn so much while you're cooking the meat. In other words, you want one side brown really well.
Okay.
And then once it's probably halfway done, then flip to the other side.
Okay. Which is different than a saute.
Right.
A saute, you would stir it a lot.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And to get the flavor out and making it golden brown on it, coated outside, it give you a lot of flavor.
Yeah, that browning, yes.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
So now it's kind of start browning on the other side. You can kind of toss it to the other way, okay?
Now I'm surprised you're doing that with chopsticks.
Yes, you can do chopstick, spoon, spatula, whatever you like, okay?
Okay.
And kind of wait until almost done, okay? I'm going to have to wait a little bit more, okay?
Okay.
Okay, this is almost done,
Okay.
So now I'm going to add seasoning ingredients. We have garlic, okay, ginger.
That fresh ginger, just you can smell the aroma.
I wish everybody could smell this.
Yeah.
Now, if just in case people doesn't know what ginger roots look like, Manny, could you take that one? That's what it look like, and make sure peel the skin and chop it up fine or put on a grater. It'll give you a good fragrance in the food. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Now I have some carrots. Okay.
And you've really chopped those fine.
Yes, and then go through heat. This is a quick cooking, so you don't want any big chunks.
Yeah.
Now we have a green bell pepper.
And this is a good place to mention that, when your recipe says to stir fry for 1 minute, well, that's a guide. That depends on how finely chopped the vegetables are.
Exactly.
So.
And we have onion. Add a green bell pepper, red bell pepper. Okay.
Now you didn't add very much onion in that.
Reason why you can, if you like onion, that's okay. But onion contain a lot of fluids.
Oh, okay.
So I don't want to put too much in it, but as you like.
You want it to be dry. You want the fried rice to be dry.
Okay. And another thing, when you start stirring, don't squash. Just kind of flip over. Okay. It's keeping from getting wet as I'm speaking.
You have a beautiful color there.
Yes. And it's pretty nutritious. Okay, once you get that going, since vegetables are very small, you don't have to wait that long. Now I'm going to push these to the side. Now if you don't have a wok, it's okay, but you can do the same thing with a regular pan. Okay, Manu, could you
you want me to
crack the
beat these
egg for
eggs?
me?
Sure.
Please.
The aroma of this stir fry is just, I wish you could smell this. You're going to have to come to Memorial Cooking Innovations Live. We do this on the third Friday of every month.
Okay, now.
Right here at Memorial.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'm going to reserve a little bit of oil for the egg, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Not very much.
Not very much, but you know, also helping nonstick pan helps. You know, reduce your fat intake.
Yeah.
Okay. So now,
Is that okay, Kyoko?
yes. Could you pour the egg in the one side? Okay.
Tell
Basically,
me when.
you can stop now.
Okay.
Basically, you are making scrambled egg on the side.
Okay.
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 Now, if you got a if you like egg more, you can add more. But keeping a cholesterol level and everything else, you might want to keep in a certain amount. You can use a substitute egg.
So we have chefs talking about managing your cholesterol level. That's a good thing.
Yes.
You know, it's just amazing what happens when you put a dietitian and a chef together.
So you said, Kyoko, we could also use egg beaters, huh?
Yes, exactly.
So that's a good thing.
Did you hear what that chef just said?
Gotta eat healthy, Tim.
Yeah, that's
Right.
right. That's right.
Okay.
Y'all are incredible.
And you don't want to mix your meat and a vegetable mixture with the
Raw eggs.
raw egg yet.
Okay.
Make sure egg is pretty well done.
Okay.
I would say 80% done.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can stir them together. Okay. Now I think we're ready to mix all together.
Okay.
Now here,
This is beautiful.
yes, it's a beautiful color.
Now, when do you add the soy sauce?
Okay, soy sauce will be last. First, we're gonna add rice. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay. Now we have rice. Okay. We use the brown rice. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to mention that this rice has been cooked
Okay.
and cooled off. Okay.
So it's cooled.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So you kind of don't want to stir fry something already hot, and
Yeah.
it kind of stick together. It doesn't give you a good texture. Okay. All right. So now you can start mixing it all together.
Boy, this is really looking good.
Okay. Now you can add, black pepper if you like.
Okay. We all know that sodium is associated with hypertension or high blood pressure. And since most Americans in their lifetime will develop hypertension, we can all benefit from reducing our sodium intake. The recommended amount of sodium is 1,500 milligrams to 2,000 milligrams a day. Now let's put that into perspective. 1 teaspoon of salt is 2,300 milligrams of sodium, a level teaspoon. So that's why in our recipes you see us only use a pinch of salt, and then of course that amount of salt is dispersed in the number of servings. So we can get by with using small amounts of salt. Well, also soy sauce is very high in sodium. 1 tablespoon of soy sauce is 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That would be half your amount of sodium in one day. But we can get low sodium soy sauce, okay? That's good, except that 1 tablespoon of low sodium soy sauce is 575 milligrams. So even low sodium soy sauce is high sodium. So in our recipes today, you'll see us using low sodium soy sauce, but we dilute it with water. And in this way, we can preserve the characteristic Asian flavor of the dish while at the same time reducing sodium.
We're almost ready. We're going to touch up with the soy sauce and a green onion.
Okay.
And we talk about low sodium healthy eating.
Yeah.
And we took low sodium soy sauce. But even so, we still high in the sodium and tend to be on. So we dilute with the water, and that's why I have it here. Okay, I'm going to finish it up. You don't need too much, but you want to kind of evenly spread it out, and then we'll mix it. Okay, just a little bit.
Okay.
You see the
Sizzling.
scissors?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then now you toss it. Okay.
And you can smell that too.
Yeah.
I mean, you didn't
Smells
take very
great.
much.
Soy sauce is not about not so much of a dipping sauce, but it gives you a fragrance, and kind of when you're cooking, it gives me a great aroma. Okay, so now I'm gonna touch up with fresh green onion, and I only picked that green part.
Okay. You
That's
want the color.
Right, garnish, and also the white part is tend to be hard and tough.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great for cooking, but not as a garnish. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
now that's how it look. Let me serve that.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Well, while you're dishing that up, go ahead, Kyoko. I'm just going to kind of summarize some of the things we talked about today. So, Asian cuisine introduces us to a number of different vegetable choices, and it also helps us to reduce our meat portions. And so that's a good thing for Americans today. Stir fry is a healthy method of cooking because you use minimum amount of fat, and you cook the vegetables quickly so you retain nutrients. Beware of high sodium ingredients in Asian foods. And try using low sodium vegetable broth when you're doing wonton next time. I think you'll be surprised at what a nice substitute that is for chicken broth.
Right.
Okay, so now Kyoko, you were going to show me how to use chopsticks. So
sure.
Give me a chopsticks lesson.
All right. Okay. Here's the one for you.
Ooh, I get to use these. Okay.
How about this mini for you?
Well, thank you, Kyoko, but guess what? I brought my own.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to use that one then.
He's got big chopsticks.
I ate a little bit more, so.
Okay.
You trying to lead somebody else play too?
Okay. Now you're going to have to show me how to hold these.
Now,
all right. So
it's I don't know. I'm going to show this way.
Okay.
The bottom.
Okay.
Okay. It's only stay. Bottom one never moves.
Okay.
So come and this finger right here and hold it.
All right.
Now the above on the top, these two fingers will hold it and this kind of support it.
Okay. Here we go. All right.
All right. Now only thing it moves the one on the top. Do you get it, Tim?
This is going to be a challenge. I don't know if I'm going to get that.
Well, I'm going to serve you fried rice. Won't you try that?
Okay, all right.
Well, you're going to have a little hard time eating, huh?
Yeah, it's a good thing I'm not too hungry, huh?
Well,
okay, that's plenty. That's plenty.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay, so let's see if I can. Let's see. This isn't going to be very. That's.
All right, you finally got it. But Tim,
what?
You could use a chopstick, but we don't normally use chopstick for you eating fried rice. We normally use spoon.
You use a spoon? Okay, so, all right, but you said you were going to show me how to eat wonton with chopsticks.
Sure, I'm going to show you.
So I want to see how you eat wonton with chopsticks.
Okay. Traditionally,
grab yours, Tim.
Okay.
Asian soup, we serve in a bowl like this. Okay.
Yep.
So that's not necessarily you have to have a spoon. Okay. It's okay to drink.
It is or isn't necessary?
No, it's not.
It's not necessary to have a spoon.
It's okay. Etiquette, maybe different culture different, but it's okay to put your mouth to drink the soup. Like so.
Well, that's a good idea. Okay.
Okay. And then use your chopstick. Always have a bowl closer to you.
This is really good.
It's good, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And then you pick as I show you how to use a chopstick,
I'm not sure I've quite had this down.
Well, you can get closer.
Yeah.
Your bowl can be closer to your face.
Better hold it close.
All right, there you go. All right. How is it?
Oh, it's delicious.
That's good.
I wish you could taste this. Okay.
All right.
So now I know how to eat chopsticks.
You did good.
With chopsticks.
With chopsticks.
Yeah.
You eat chopsticks? You will.
We'd like to thank the folks of Sodexo for Chef Manuel Marini and for Chef Kyoko Nagura. And also we want to say thank you to the City of Lufkin for producing and distributing Memorial Cooking Innovations. And thanks to the folks at Brookshire Brothers. This is just an incredible Asian meal that we've created here. So what do you say we sit down and have Asian and we can change the world
one bite at a time.